Welcome back, YouTubers and Madden fans. This is Madden Money Shot, sniffing out the Madden shoes as always. I got some plays for you today out of my Carolina Panthers playbook. This playbook here, I've been using pretty much all year. It's probably the biggest book I've done because of the fact that I've used it all year. I don't think there's any plays in this entire, maybe a double stack, but I think I have a play out of pretty much everything in the gun formation. I have a play out of pretty much everything in the shot and single back formation, the I form formation. I mean, there's so much stuff that I use because I use this playbook all year long at this point. With the exception of the beginning of the year, I was using the Chiefs. And, you know, obviously I was using the Saints because that's like one of my go-to books. All those playbooks, every playbook that I use is on my website in the description below. And I'm going to add to the Panthers playbook once again because I already did an update on it. Now I'm going to have to do it again just to add some of the plays I'm going to show you here today. Pretty much, you know, all out of this formation here. I got this video, it's going to be all run plays, pretty much everything you see on this page because they all pretty much mirror one another. And then I'll have some home run plays that I'd like to do in a part 2. And then maybe some, you know, some regular you know, passing plays, all that is formation. So if you want to see part 2, you want to see the passing plays next, do me a favor and like button, I'll do that. Other than that, let's go and let's get into what is probably the most dominant run play out of this playbook in this formation, and that's the halfback toss crack. I already put out, like I said, I already put out this play here, the I-form slot flex, the toss, which I'm sure you've seen online because every day I see it online. That play right there, a run play I just put out, it's all over the place. Every game I play, I feel like somebody's running that play against me. This one's going to be the next one. This is going to be the next big run play here, the halfback toss crack out of the single back ace. So let's go and let's pick that, and we're going to go random 4-3 on defense. Now, one of the great things about this play, for one thing, is you can flip it. I already got a safety coming back in the box, so I'm going to go ahead and flip it. It's a cover 3 or a safety blitz, I don't really know. So I don't want to run it in that direction. So I can flip it without anything. The quarterback doesn't make a noise. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't turn his head or anything like that. You can just flip it, no issue, and go ahead and run to the other side. So that motion, you know, some people might think that that gives the play away a little bit, but it really doesn't, because you're going to see with the next 2 plays that I put out that it really doesn't do anything but distract your opponent. So another thing that's great about it, having the 2 tight end set, the even set, you pretty much always have the edge when it comes to blocking. You always have a blocker that's typically wider than the furthest defender. So it's really hard for your opponent to try to control outside runs because you don't have that advantage like you typically want to try to have on defense. Another great thing is when the receiver comes in, a lot of times he'll bring the cornerback in. Like right there, I'm guessing it was a man coverage. He comes all the way in and just gives me a huge alley to the outside, which is great. So right here, like I said, we got a cover 3. Obviously, I don't want to run it that way. Flip it. He makes no noise, no adjustments, no movements, and then boom, we're just getting right to the edge, which when you have a speed back like McCaffrey is super, super easy. Speed and agility. So here we go. I'm going to go the other way. No real reason. The cornerback or the cornerback did not react there, so it's probably cover 4. They might not do that in the cover 4s. So double safety blitz. I got no choice here. This is probably a time where I would use the second play in the formation. I tried to run it anyway. You can see how I got stopped. So let's go ahead and let's pull the second play out. Let's go back to the original home screen, even though I shouldn't hit that button. Let's do that. So there will be times where your opponent's definitely going to try to maintain those outside runs, and they're going to do their best. So you're going to want to have the motion slam or the halfback slam motion in your audibles. So definitely have that play, and even have the pass play that I just showed, wherever that went. The PA Experts cross probably would be another really good play to have in there. So if you have your audible set up, you'll have 3 plays with those motions, and you can keep your opponent off balance all game. So let's go with the halfback slam motion, even though I most realistically might be changing it as the play continues. So now I have my 3 plays with the mirroring motions right here in my audibles, and I can basically, you know, just decide what I want to do based off of whatever gaps I see. So right here, it looks like I might have a gap. As you can see, the defensive end and defensive tackle are pretty far apart. This is also really helpful if your opponent starts chasing the motion. If they start taking off because they see that motion and they want to try to contain those outside runs, then you hit them with a play like this. Obviously, your opponent will no longer be in the middle if they're chasing you outside, so this will just be a really easy alley to run up. Now, it's not necessarily going to be a great play against a computer because they're going to be more disciplined than that, but you can imagine what the effect would be against an opponent. So right here, like I said, I'd probably take this outside, but let's try to show this play off a little bit. There is a gap, that's for sure, even though Sean Lee just totally got right off of it. But this is all, you know, this is a misdirection setup. You know, that's really what you want to do. You're not really, you know, trying to hit home runs with this play, but if you run this consistently well together, you can do this all game. So, and it doesn't even matter if you set up your audibles, obviously it doesn't even matter what plays you choose. So here we go once again. Like I said, that's just, it can be treated like an inside zone, which is basically what I did there. So here we go, we got a double safety blitz. Obviously I want to switch that to the outside run once again, as they're all getting sucked up inside, and make one guy miss. A little bit more speed would have been nice, but you see a big play. So let's go and let's move on to the pass play now. The reason I'm showing these three plays together is because obviously they all have the same motion, so they're going to be best used together. I could have saved the pass play for the video about passing, but let's go ahead and let's show it here. So let's go ahead and let's do that. We're going to go random 4-3. A couple of plays, the ways you can run this play. It's pretty good just like this. If I run it just like this, the running back is going to be the read for the most part, which he'll typically find space. As you can see right there, there's some good athleticism, but I still got 10 yards without doing anything. So if you're going to run it like that, you got to pretty much know that the running back is the guy. If it's a zone coverage, if it's a man coverage, he's going to be swallowed up. So if it's a man coverage, your crossing routes are pretty much going to be the way. Like this right here looks like a man, and you can see we didn't get a lot of separation. I probably should have put a better receiver in. So like I said, zone coverage, McCaffrey, man coverage, your crossing routes, and obviously if your opponent starts chasing that motion again, you know, the running back's going to be even more wide open, and you know, the crossing routes will get even more wide open. This is all designed to get your opponent out of the middle of the field and guessing. And then, like I said, right there, that might have been a man coverage, but I got rid of it quick because we had somebody bearing down on my face. Another couple things you can do, you can always put Olsen on a streak. I think streaking Olsen's a really good option. If it's a cover 2 especially, he's going to get open right above it. And a lot of times he'll pull coverage back to really help out some of these underneath routes, as you can see right here. I don't think that was a man coverage. I just think that that's the way the play looked because of the pulling tight end. You can also put him on a drag, but I'm going to do this a couple times. As you can see, I mean, I can tell right out the gate that this Y route is gone, and I don't know who this guy is, but he must be pretty damn fast because he's making plays. Yeah, I don't know if that's Julius Thomas. I don't know where that guy ended up or who that guy is, but he's got some speed. So here we go once again. We have the pulling, dragging, crossing. You know, those crossing routes are always going to get open at some point. You know what I mean? The way that they get to the sideline, they will always get past coverage unless your opponent hits the adjustment to cover outside. I find if you hit the cover outside shade, it works a little bit better. But if they don't hit that, these crossing routes will get to the edge eventually. So we're gonna do this streaking tight end one more time, as there was some serious heat there. Like I said, this guy, he's always gonna get open one way or the other. Like pretty much all these routes, because the way that they're designed, are gonna get open at one point or another. And then the last adjustment could probably be Olsen here, putting Olsen on a drag. Like I said, we're gonna do that. That'll help out to basically create a blocking situation. Sometimes there didn't really work out. That was a weird throw. He kind of flipped that out, which is probably why I didn't get a lot of space on the catch and run. I don't know why Cam decided to do that. But like I said, sometimes it helps to have a blocker. As you can see there, that play just goes a little bit longer than normal. So there we go. We're going to do the one-man screen with Olsen. I'll pretty much do this when I'm trying to hit Olsen, although right there, the coverage got tight. I think it was a man coverage. So we're just going to go up top there, because like I said, those are the man beaters. So one more time. And then in this scenario, if your tight end outruns the coverage pretty well, like he did there, if the running back has a hard time coming out of the backfield, a lot of times the tight end can be a good look. So we're going to end the video there. That's part 1. That's the run plays for the most part, and then the pass play that comes off of it. Other than that, I mean, if you want to see part 2 or, you know, part 3, which might not come out because I'm not sure if I have enough for part 3, but the extra plays are always on my Patreon. If you want to see that, check it out in the description below. Other than that, I will be adding this to my Panthers ebook, so you can always pick it up there. That's my favorite book right now. I don't know when I'm going to get tired of it. At some point, I'm going to move on to another book. I typically go through like 3 books a year. I just haven't really, you know, I haven't gotten bored of this playbook yet. Let's just put it that way. I typically get bored of a playbook and move on. Hasn't happened yet. So other than that, thanks for watching. Madden Money Shit out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.